Can we talk about how you're talking to yourself? It's funny you say that the body keeps score. Don't ask me about the whole book, I didn't finish. But I'm one of those people who likes to, sometimes I get the gist of a book and I'm like, oh, well, that's enough. But it's time for us to have a conversation. Or can we talk about how you're talking to yourself? Because your body remembers and your body's listening. And most important at all, how are we talking about other people? A really interesting thing that came up for me a while ago was that the way you think other people talk about you, or supposedly, hypothetically, is typically the way your parents talked about other people. And we internalize that. So, 111 on the timer. Calling in angel spirits and guides that align with this subject matter here of can we talk about how we talk, about the power of our voice, the things we say out loud, the things we don't say out loud that our body hears anyways. Yes, even the thoughts in your head are familiar only to the body. No one else is hearing your thoughts. No one else is experiencing your conversation with yourself, which is a conversation with the universe, a conversation with one song. So it's time to be more intuitive. Seeing the moon cycle card come out, so we call on the archangel oracle cards, to be more intuitive and aware about how it is we share or entertain 234 our dialogue, our inner dialogue, our self-expression. And there's nothing wrong with self-expression, of course, but it's about how do we express ourselves and what are we creating with that expression. Nice. Chakra clearing. Guess what this is gonna do? You're gonna feel so light. 303 on the timer, in body, mind, and soul. And yeah, chakra clearing. They might call me on that music in the beginning. It was not planned. But I hope you enjoyed. Call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. Sacred geometry, we got Archangel Metatron helping us clear chakras. Let's just clear them all up. Allow your crown to breathe, to open up as you speak your truth. As you clear the palette of that throat chakra, we open up to the spiritual chakras as violet and indigo and gold at the center. This frequency Archangel Metatron brings to help clear your chakras. Gorgeous energy. Hearing one more underneath. Brilliant idea. Indigo and crystal children are here. We're gonna look at that one, but we're not gonna bring it in. Just mention a honorable mention with indigo and crystal children and Archangel Metatron speaking of. Archangel Uriel. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. So we received some ahas. We've stepped into this idea of changing our dialect, changing the way we speak within and without, changing the aim of that lightning bolt, the tool that's receiving the idea, Zeus energies, Archangel Uriel, the lightning bearer. I wonder if that's a thing. I'm not sure for Archangel Uriel. It feels right. Your idea is divinely guided. What a gorgeous fire horse situation you're here. The golden fire horse. Getting ready to strike its target with a brilliant idea. If we haven't found this idea, you will very soon be coming into it. Archangel Metatron says, sure, might as well touch on that card that we already spoke on. Indigo and Crystal Children. Children are drawn to you because you're starseed. It is that all humans are starseeds, seeded from the stars from which we all came. The Lyrans, our greatest of grandfathers. And many of you have children who are drawn to you, in particular, children who are sensitive. And this bond with his children, because they see you, they see your light, they see the expression, they see what we don't see. And I believe that is Archangel Michael and Metatron saying, yes, that is exactly the gift of what we call autistic, Down syndrome, special needs children, and children who are extra sensitive. And if you found this collective, and you're here with me, you are an extra sensitive soul. Probably an old soul. But old souls are also starseeds because they were seeded a long time ago to awaken in many lifetimes. And you fouled the moon cycle. Perhaps were you paying better attention to the moon cycle? Here you're getting really good at understanding how the moon affects your psychic and creative abilities. They wane and wax like the moon. Some, abilities stick with us more than others. Archangel Haniel. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations. Manifest. The man that brings in the if of into stationary contact, manifestation. Capitalize on these cycles. So can you capitalize with your creative endeavors here and bring this idea, allow when this time when ideas rise in the moon cycle to, write them down, take a journal. Hi, Quicksilver. You've been really friendly with the camera lately. Is it just gonna be a constant thing, or what are we doing? Can I help you? No, we don't want to see the cat asterisk. Move it. Thanks, buddy. We all need a little laugh. Take back your power, Archangel Raziel. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings. Yes, take back your power from the doubt, the disbelief, from the inaction. Perhaps a little procrastination. Should call the United States the procrasti nation. I am the nation that procrastinates. Intention to manifest blessings in your life. Yeah, use these guided ideas to manifest blessings into your life. Try and put the cup where you won't spill it. Not on purpose, you're just a curious cat. You're just a curious cat. You're a busybody. Nurture. Remember to nurture yourself. Yeah, and nurturing sensitive children, as you would nurture your inner child, and speak to your inner child as well. As we on this, your inner child is the one that's really listening. Let me say that again. When you speak unkindly of yourself and others, your inner child is only listening. And here's the real key point with this. Nurture. What are you going to nurture? Are you going to nurture negativity, positivity? Are you going to reframe, as we've been talking about this idea of reframe? We're going to reframe our point of view. Cat here in my nose. Both activities are important right now. Nurture your own inner child as you would nurture another child. It's exactly what we're saying here. The angels are seeing this change of mind, change of perspective, and are accentuating this, accelerating even this healing with the inner child. I can even feel like we're closing out some long cycles of healing with the inner child. And again, how you speak to yourself and what you say about others, your body doesn't know you're talking about somebody else. It only hears you putting something down and it thinks you're talking about it. And so simply put, anytime you speak unkindly of others, your body thinks it's talking about you. Breathe. Take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and release old patterns. All right, Archangel Raphael reminding us to breathe. Remember to breathe, that Dashboard Confessional song. I have to listen to that one, it's been a minute. Breathe. Hands down, this is the first day I can ever remember. Always remember the sound of the stereo, dim of the soft lights. Yeah, soft lights, soften up. Remember to soften up now, and then let's take in a deep breath. And remember to get outdoors, taking in a deep breath. Hold, breathe in that fresh outdoor air. You can just imagine it, let it all out. Long breath out. Let it all out. Anytime we feel overwhelmed or caught up in that mind, that old pattern, take some breaths, go outside, breathe in the air. Archangel Jophiel reminds us to find the joys in life, find the joys in the outdoors. Arcturian energies, avian, with these blue rings, blue bird, blue wings, blue jays, blue birds, fountain of youth. Go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. So this is a time of receiving new ideas. As we're moving towards Gemini season, Taurus is a welcoming energy of anchoring in new ideas. And I'm hearing your guides are seeing this as an opportunity to deliver inspired creative ideas. So go outside, breathe in that fresh ass prana, as Ralph would say. What's his handle? I can't remember. Ralph. Breathe in that good ass prana. Go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature. And feel the healing energy of that. The fountain of youth is what I was coming back to too, with that fountain on here. The fountain of youth is, you might say, very much having a deep presence in nature. Right. front and center there. That's interesting. I like that. Let's line up. So I'm going to call on the Prism Oracle. Prism Oracle. What do we need to know, see, and hear? What do we need to know, see, and hear? If you're new here, my name is Anthony. If not, welcome back. Thanks for nestling into Middle Past Mystic on the Aerie Intuitions channel. Ooh. Sadness. So we've been feeling sad. Our inner child, we may be realizing that our inner child has been sad for the way we speak to others, because your inner child thinks you're speaking of it. Sadness. This too shall pass. And movement. Cleanse. Yeah. Movement and cleanse. Archangels. Move your body, breathe, get outside and move in nature to help cleanse, and the archangels will join you. Call on Archangel Metatron while we're out in nature to bring in those light codes and breathe those into the earth, breathe those into your grid, breathe those into the Gaia grid, into the new earth grid. Cleanse and movement. I love that, because we have wrong one. It's under your butt, Pritz. Can I get this card? Can I have this card? Chakra cleansing. Cleanse. Now is a smart time, is a good idea to stay cleansed and clear so that we can receive these ideas, to not muddle the lens, the third eye, the insight, the inner sight, to not muddle the inner sight with too much outside information / projections, which are really what happens when we speak ill in our head or otherwise. Even if the person doesn't know about it, your inner child thinks you're talking of them. Once again, we're going to drive this home, because there's magic in this. There's magic in geometry, the divine magic of sacred geometry, the coming together of the three circles here, creating the Vesica Pisces, which is just what we're talking about, that insight, the third eye awakening. You are awakening to a higher insight, which allows your inner sight to be more clear, especially when we allow ourselves to cleanse and trust the cycles, trust the... Are you going? No, you're not going down. Okay. Yeah, and magic. Magic is associated with the moon goddesses. Lilith, Hecate, we may be calling to work with the goddesses to amplify this clearing, this inner child healing, inner child integration of this new lesson. Isolation. Yeah, your inner child is essentially isolated within your being. It feels connected to others when we choose to connect, which is why people are so drawn to connect to others even when they like a little bit of isolation, because that inner child wants to manifest fun and nurturing brilliant ideas and connections. The inner child wants us to follow our intuition, to trust. Time to take back your power and trust that your intentions manifest the blessings that you desire. They say that intentions are everything, and many would say, well, they're not quite everything, so you got to take action. And yes, that is true. We have that right here on our board standing out to us. Your idea is divinely guided. So please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Because as much as the angels and guides and helpers can help, move things around for us. They can't make us step into the utilization of turning knowledge into wisdom. Yeah, roll with this energy. Atomic energy, this energy of creation, this raw, untapped energy, the creative potential. Ace of Pentacles, root chakra, throat chakra out here a lot, third eye and crown, and solar plexus, Jophiel, Uriel. Peace. Finding more peace with ourselves and others is akin to that key of gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude for peaceful progress. Gratitude is the attitude for peaceful progress. As she carries the laurels, getting ready to receive the laurels, the brilliant ideas, the rewards of clearing, of doing the cleansing, the clearing, of opening ourselves up to peace, to pieces of the piece of the puzzle, of the pieces of the peace puzzle. Protection. Understand that you're protected, and that's not quite the message of this card, but protection. You're protected when you are connected, interconnected, interdependency. Your inner child is protected when you connect the dots, when you connect the separation. So these bars are separated, but they're connected by these locks. We're always connected, always locked into these moon cycles. See these as the moon. As above, so below. Interesting. Protection. Yeah. Archangel Metatron reminded us that you are protected at this time to open up your spiritual chakras. And to remember to call in protection and trust that perhaps even calling in protection around our blessings. When we choose to be more conscientious of how we speak of others and ourselves, we protect our blessings in the opposite, as opposed to detonating them with our doubt, destroying. The last card out is the pain cycles. Yeah, detach yourself from these cycles of pain that you've been putting yourself and others through again and again. And because everything is interconnected, it is, moving through the whole collective, even though many might not be aware of it. Anytime we're experiencing this pain of the old energy patterns, Archangel Raphael is here right above this card to remind you to breathe. The emerald green energy of the heart chakra, of love for another, love for self, loving ease. Release old patterns. Yeah, releasing the cycles of pain. Love it. Ups and downs. Oh, don't worry, there'll be others. It's all about cycles and patterns, moon cycles. You guys remember Aerie season in April, but wow, that was angry. So we're going to call on the Alice in Wonderland tarot deck. Finish off this reading. We got Alice in Wonderland. Gorgeous set of cards here. Ooh. Let's spill the tea. Let's have a chat. As we started this reading with 25 on the timer, we're talking about divine choices here. Number 9 with the Hermit, closing the cycles of pain. Yeah, closing these old cycles out. So, yeah, 1 lump or 2. And there's a plate of butter for the crumpets. Would you like 1 lump or 2? Oh, and then we have our sleepy little mouse and the teapot. Such a great show. The Hermit listens to its intuition, understands that its own inner light is guiding us to hope and healing with the Star card. Yeah, watering your vessel. What are we putting in our vessel with tea? Like choosing to drink tea over soda. How are we nurturing with our word? How are we nurturing our body with our word, with our song? I believe the little mouse has a song, right, that he sings in the movie. That's too fun. All right, and then we have the Star, this hope, healing the mind. Is in this deck. Flowers represent swords, which represent the mind. I love this, like, the Star's got this face of like, well, what if I were to look at things in a new way? What if I were to just go outside and breathe through this energy, not let it overcome me? Yeah, what if I don't have to get stuck in the old cycles of self-saboteur, the hypervigilance that comes with the is, and comes with that energy of reading the room, but in a toxic way that's like, oh, well, they're this and they're doing that, and just, you know, it comes with labeling people. And where can we understand that, you know, what are we watering? What are we contributing to? To the 2 on bottom are eyes open, and the other 5 are eyes closed. Yeah, 2 eyes open. Having 4 eyes. Yeah, keeping eyes on the road. 7 of Pentacles, what do you want to nurture? What do you want to grow? That's that heart chakra as well. Yeah, seeing that as these are the foundations. These are those old 4 of Pentacles. So these old foundations are waking up. The rest of them are sleeping. And as those old cycles wake up, the moon cycles bring us through those old cycles, not to torture us with old feelings and things that we thought we had gone through, but to help us to come into balance, to balance purpose and pleasure, come into the heart, and to balance the mind by choosing to make the choice that is divine. Finally, underneath, we have the Queen of Spears. Ooh. Stand in your power. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest your blessings, to manipulate in a positive way the outcome. Manipulation gets a lot of bad rep. Essentially convincing someone of the rightness of our actions and the wrongness of theirs, in some ways is a positive use of manipulation. Queen of Spears. Because when you like manipulate clay and turn it into something beautiful, is that not a beautiful use of the word manipulation? So it's not always negative. Queen of Spears as the Queen of Wands. Creative Queen, the honorary of fire here. Even the Red Queen here is, the old Red Queen, the old dogmatic ways is getting put in her place. Just rooting out the dogmatic cycles, the cycles of the ego and the root chakra. Love it, love it. Wow, this reading's interesting. Yeah. Hermit, Queen of Stars, or Queen of Spears, and the Star. Temperance. I'm not surprised this card's coming out. She's been coming out. Potions and lotions. Oh, witches, this is your card. Temperance, alchemy. Turning lead into gold. Turning that weight of judgment that is only, keeping our treasures buried. If we think of ourselves as some kind of trophy that we get to walk around and put ourselves on the pedestal to the point where we get to talk about others, that's, that is the dark magician's path. Where are you putting this magical energy into? Your life force, your attention. Talk about that a lot. Your energy goes where your attention flows. 3 of Spears, or the 3 of Wands. This is about moving forward. We made a decision. Being called to make a decision, take back our power, to find the power of peace and protecting our peace. Yeah, I've seen that too. We got peace next to protection. Protecting our peace by awakening to whatever has been putting us through these cycles of pain. And how are we doing it to ourselves again and again? This is where the real wisdom comes in. This is the whole fool's journey, the Hierophant. As Alice goes, falls asleep and goes into this inner world, her subconscious, her inner mind, and meets all the parts of herself on this journey to inner wisdom, which is essentially what life is. And we've been between this, these 2 pillars here, Hierophant, representing the gates of Adageris, the gates of our emotional moon cycle, psychic, intuitive energies, frequencies. Ooh, 10 of Wands. Yeah, you've put in the work. The cycle is closing. I'm hearing, woo, 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 it's all been done. 9 of Pentacles, following the 10 of Wands. Yeah, you've been building this opportunity for wish fulfillment. This reminds us too to utilize that power of gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude for peaceful progress. Get outside and be grateful about nature. And be grateful for the ideas that you receive. Not everybody is, let's just say it, smart enough, intuitively smart, I would say, intuitive enough to receive divinely guided ideas. And even so, not even those people aren't necessarily prone to take action. We all know creative types sometimes. Hedgehogs. Hedgehogs of 6. I don't know why I said it that way. Hedgehogs would be important here. The Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles, yeah, is about reciprocity. And we add 6 and 4 together, as they're lined up here on the table. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Reciprocity, balanced give and take in life. What are we taking from these cycles is what that brings up. And how, what reps will you put in 35? What powerful action can you take to balance the scales, input, output of what we're receiving, creating, manifesting in our reality based on these brilliant ideas that are coming in? Knight of Flowers, or the Knight of Swords. Oh, and the cute little tulips that sing their little song. Knight of Flowers. Yeah, so that's some fast moving air energy. We're coming in Gemini season, or here in the next few days. In 3 to 10 days with the 3, 4, 10. So we got the 3, 4, and 10 of Spears or Wands. Which for me is time, movement. 5 of Spears and the World. Yeah. Changing the world around us because of the way we think about conflict, about inner conflict. Oh wait, it's the 4 of Spears, excuse me. This is the foundations. The foundations of the earth. You're powerful enough to move the foundations of the earth with your magical energy. We all have the power to manifest different structures in our life. 4 of Wands. And utilizing that hermit energy, our intuitive guidance, following through with the inspired ideas. Remembering to have hope and healing, remembering to breathe and to surrender, to let your cat join in on the fun, the party. Let your inner child join in on this journey. Soften into beautiful ideas about yourself and the world around you. Your ideas, when you change the way you see the world around you, and especially the way you speak about the world around you will change. 7 of Pentacles in the World. How is what you're putting into the atmosphere, the ethers, coming back to you? Your essence brings presence. Namaste.